welcome myself back a little bit. So what happened to day 50 and day 51? Well, you guys saw I uploaded that video. I was running 102.2 fever from a toothache. So a little update on that. I found a packet of aspirin that had acetaminophen in it. I was pretty nervous about taking it because, from what I understand, the acetaminophen is pretty much exasperating the coronavirus. At least that's from what I've heard. I don't know. So I pretty much stared at that package for several hours, debating whether or not to take it. I hadn't really associated the toothache with the fever, and I was pretty nervous about taking that because I do have a respiratory issue. So if I took that and the acetaminophen did exasperate corona, and that's what I had, that could have been pretty catastrophic. If it was the toothache, then at least that would help break the fever a bit. So after several hours of debating and several hours of just pain and misery, I figured I would just chance it, and took it, and probably within an hour started to feel a bit better. The fever broke, but obviously my mouth was still in pain, and that's kind of when I really kind of figured out this is a tooth infection. So still just miserable. I laid up in the tent for 2 days, and I had a buddy come by to check on me, and they happened to have some amoxicillin, specifically for a tooth issue that they had. So they ended up giving me a handful of amoxicillin pills. I've been taking that the last few days, which has helped, just not enough. So my mouth still hurts a bit. I felt relatively better, just not 100%. So really just, I don't know, just did not want to film. Been going to working my shifts, and then kind of just really coming out here and getting everything set up. And just relaxing. This last week has been pretty nice weather-wise. Especially at night, it's just been gorgeous. Last night, it got a little cold. Nothing crazy, but a little cold. I broke out the Sea to Summit fleece liner last night. Obviously, I'm in my hoodie and sweatpants right now. The underquilt has just absolutely been a lifesaver. And yeah, so I had a rough time sleeping last night. My mouth was killing me. At some point, I ended up taking another amoxicillin pill. I just took another one this morning, and I take turmeric. I'm out of my vitamin D3 pills. I really need to start taking those. It hasn't been that big of an issue. It's kind of why I haven't bought any, because I'm outside and I'm constantly getting sun now. But normally I do take those. A couple times a week I take a vitamin C pill, just to really kind of help that immune system. This has been one of my biggest fears, is being sick while being out here, because it's not like I can, have the comfort of my house. So this morning, my mouth does not feel good. My head feels like it's in a vice again. I definitely feel the fever coming back, which is not good. So I really need to get something that has acetaminophen in it, to really break this fever again. So I know at work there's some ibuprofen, so I'm gonna end up taking a couple of those when I get to work. But you know, it's really made me think about, like, I really don't have any type of medical kit. You know, I've got Band-Aids and things like that, but just anything for if something seriously goes wrong, you know, medicine and things like that. You know, it's like, I got that paycheck, $209. There's really no reason that larger check couldn't accompany that check. It's just kind of an irritation, because it's like, I need medicine, and I can't even go to the emergency room, because all they're going to do is, you know, either give me penicillin, which actually works better than amoxicillin, or, you know, or they'll give me amoxicillin, but it's going to be a script, and I still can't even go fill it because I don't have money. So, yeah, it's really made me think about having some type of medical kit that not only has stuff if I cut myself or injure myself, but just medicine. So I've really been kind of looking at stuff like that. But yeah, I feel like dog shit again. I just feel like death. This is not an environment you want to be sick in. Absolutely not. You know, if you just imagine feeling like shit when you're at home, imagine being out here. Like right now I got the sun beating down on me, but it is still relatively cool out. As the sun gets higher, it's going to get hotter, but yeah, and then at night you're sleeping in a sort of relatively cold environment while not feeling good. It sucks. And I know this is not the only time I'm going to get sick, so you know, and then just thinking about the fall is coming right around the corner, and then right after that I've got winter, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm looking at my setup and looking at the chores that I do, like making my coffee, you know, having to get out of a warm hammock and then step out to cold, snowy weather. I'm thinking about all that, and it's a little depressing. I'm not even sure what time it is. It is pretty late at night. Some pretty high winds going on out here. And if you notice that car, that is a squad car. So we are at technically day 54. The shelter is getting pretty blown around, not really holding up to the conditions of the wind. Shut this off here, give me a sec. So, not really holding up to the conditions, definitely not the right tarp. That's why we have a new tarp that will be coming. But anyway, so day 54, and this is the first interaction with a police officer, and that's that. Busted. 54 days. So, yeah, 54 days it took. So this spot is gonna be a no-go on staying here anymore. Definitely won't. So, I'll be right back. Let me deal with this, and catch you guys in a minute. Alright, so day 54, and basically everything has been fine. I had the tarp laid out, all canopied up, and really nice night. I'm not sure what time it is. It's sometime in the middle of the night. and the winds picked up pretty insane over here. As you can see, the tarp is again pressed against me, being smothered by the tarp, and everything held up together, but a lot of wind coming directly at me, so it's bouncing the hammock around, and I got up to enclose the tarp, A-frame it out, put the doors on, kind of block a lot of the wind, and literally just as I'm putting the tarp down, a squad car comes through. No big deal. They've come through so many times. And usually, nighttime guys are generally pretty cool. Nobody says anything. But yeah, this time, here came the floodlights again, which is typical. They, turn the floodlights on, and this one stopped. So came up, talked to me, little stern at first, tried to explain, like, I've been out here for quite some time, I do this a lot, and series of questions, did the whole product testing, review, sponsorship thing, and kind of ran my name, everything, but yeah, I was told I couldn't do this. I can't be here. So park is technically closed, and they're not going to stay here to watch me tear down, but can't be here. So yeah, pretty much said, well, I got ridiculously high winds right now. There's no way I'm going to be able to tear this down and get this stuff packed up in the current conditions that are going on. And he just said he's not gonna stand here and watch me. So so yeah, probably have till morning, and so I'm sure it's a few hours away. Again, I'm not really sure what time it is. I'll when I'm done with this video, I'll check the time and I'll let you guys know. I wanted to film it, but it didn't seem like the right scenario to film. I didn't want to antagonize the situation at all. Generally, decent cop. It was a little abrasive in the beginning, but it's pretty calmed down at the end there. So, I'm not out here screwing around, doing drugs, drinking, anything like that, not hurting anybody. So, that obviously makes a world of difference. So yeah. This spot is blown. So this is going to be done. This is just going to be a daytime hangout. Not be able to do this overnight anymore. So I'm going to have to find a new spot. So 54 days officially busted. 54 days it took. It's funny, but it's like irritating at the same time, because this is my life, and this is an issue. So I don't know. It's not good. Not good at all. 4 o'clock in the morning, I was busted by police. I am still set up in the same exact location. I've torn nothing down. I've done nothing different. I am here during the day. So really not much that they can do. But I have been on the phone this morning inquiring about a permit, or filling out an application to essentially do what I'm doing for product reviews and sponsorships of companies and testing products and all of that stuff. So if I can find a legal way to use the system to continue doing what I'm doing all year round and be in compliance, then there's nothing anyone can say. So I called I called City Hall, and then they put me over to like the Parks Department. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Left a message waiting for a phone call back. So I'm going to be trying to work on getting a permit to do this. So if I can be out here testing products and doing gear reviews on a yearly basis, then I'll pay for whatever that permit is. And then there's nothing they can do. So, but I am a little confused because I have, in this area, this exact area, I have been here past dark in previous years and fished. I've set up little shelters, fished, took a break, cooked some food, ate whatever, and then went back to fishing. I've had tons of officers pass me then too, and nobody said anything, and especially during salmon season. So I don't know. And then we have this big salmon contest where people come and they sleep out here for days. So I don't know. I don't really understand. It's kind of weird because there's almost a double standard, But then at the same time, like, the police do know that there's dozens of homeless people all throughout this park. So I guess it depends on the cop and the mood they're in. Like I said, the initial kind of coming up to me was a little abrasive, and then I don't know, after he ran my name and all that, came back and he was just super chill. Kind of walked him through, like, even the gear. I was showing him the gear that I'm using. Kind of walked him through a couple of the product review videos, things like that. So showing that I am relatively legit here in what I'm doing. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. You got to think too, 54 days, the amount of cops that have passed me, the amount of cops that have shined their lights on me. And then we just had the officer that came by and, hung out with us. So, I don't know. It's a little interesting. But yeah, so, I woke up early this morning, and then kind of went back to bed. It's my day off, so I wanted to get a little bit of sleep. I've not been feeling well, obviously, and waking up early, to get to work, so wanted to sleep in a little bit. Plus, I was hoping that these winds would have died down as the day, kind of got a little bit later. The winds are not as fast, but I don't know if you can see, you got some white caps there in the back. So not as fast as they were last night. Last night it was pretty grueling, but it is still pretty high winds, to the point where taking this down and folding it up is going to be interesting and frustrating at the same time. So I am going to start getting ready here, get dressed, and I don't know, I'm going to scout out some different locations, something a little bit more secluded. The problem with being secluded is water and bathrooms, so that is the issue. But yeah, so we're gonna see if we can do this legally. So we'll see what happens. I have moved, doing some exploring right now, and I'm back by Secret Garden, and it's in bad shape, so it's gonna be a problem. But I'm gonna kind of show you what's going on. So that is, hopefully you guys were able to see that and the sun wasn't in the way, but that is the spot where I had my hammock. I'm gonna kind of come back a little this way, see if we can get a better shot of all of this. So, that's where I had my hammock. There's a lot of fallen trees. I saw that when I was here last time. Wasn't really a lot of winds or rain that was coming through, so the danger element wasn't too bad, but still sketchy. With some of the high winds that we've had and some of these rainstorms, is obviously not a good spot. I did want to go to a completely different location that I really just want to go back and hike and potentially stay the night, but it is a little far. The pack is a bit heavy, so I'm back by the secret garden area. I've left my bike and my pack leaned up against a tree, and just kind of doing some exploring. So I do have, there's a little trail. I do have my bug spray on. I'm using the Picardin lotion, and I also have the lemon and eucalyptus spray that I sprayed my clothes with. So, back by the secret garden, there is another little spot that's ducked off, a little bit safer. That's where I put my bike and my pack. So that is option A for tonight. But I'm walking the trails, and I just found this little trail off the beaten path here, which is definitely way more secluded. However, it is still a trail that people can come down. So I'm just kind of looking for some trees at this point that I could hang up on. I mean, I'm obviously in a forest of trees, but I'm looking for a juicy spot, something flat, no incline. Don't really care too much about the bug element because I do have some pretty killer bug spray. But I am looking for a pretty sweet location. Bugs are obviously an issue, you know, obviously. I don't know if you can see all these little bitey creatures flying around. A lot of mosquitoes. There is a river right here. So I'm just kind of looking for a good little footprint to be at. Obviously, the closer I am to water, the more likelihood of bugs, other type of creatures. I'll kind of turn this around so you guys can see. So, pretty cool little river. Last time I was here, there was a lot more water. So, kind of what I'm looking at. But this would definitely be way more secluded. I am carrying my pocket shower filled with water because last time I was here the bathrooms were closed and there was no running water in the water fountains. It is the same thing today. The bathrooms are locked. So I'm not really sure if they open them or not. But getting kicked out of the other spot, and again for winter situations, water's going to be essential. And I may not be able to carry water. I don't know, there's going to be a lot of things that are questionable. A lot of trial and error in the middle of winter, which is going to be rough. I did go up to work, dropped off my laundry. Asked my boss if he was able to cut that check today because I want to get some stuff paid. and get some gear. And, you know, just got back from vacation, a little pissy. And he said I would be lucky if the check was $50 with taxes and child support coming out of it. So I'm kind of wondering how a $3,000 check could potentially go down to only $50. I'm going to be pretty pissed off if it is only $50 because I need that money. You know, I got a rock in my sandal. I need that money. If I cannot get that, that's going to be super crucial. You know, that money is going to go towards gear that I need to survive, as well as securing this office on a monthly basis. My website is shut down. My storage unit is locked. And I got so many rocks in these shoes. That's the other thing. I really wanted to get some hiking shoes so I can get out of these sandals. Might have to do this. So I can get out of these sandals, because I am getting a lot of rocks in my shoes. But yeah, that's really going to be super frustrating. Fighting and arguing for all that time just to get a $50 check and a $1 raise. And that definitely will secure the absolute fact that it's going to be a major problem for the winter time. Because I'm going to end up having to get one piece of gear at a time, which I can't do. I have a couple more weeks left of August. September's going to get pretty cold, and I need gear that's going to keep me warm. And if I can only get one piece of gear every 2 weeks, it's going to be really pointless. It's going to be a problem. That really concerns me, because I could absolutely end up dying out here. So we are at day 55. And yeah. So basically, across from me is destroyed secret garden. I set up over here, directly across. And super mosquito heaven over there. But between citronella candle and started not a fire, but a bunch of smoke, actually inside of my cook pot, kind of get rid of the mosquitoes. Didn't really want a fire, but definitely wanted some smoke to get rid of them. So yeah, I do that periodically, and then the mosquitoes go away. It's not a lot of smoke, it's just enough to kind of deter them. So yeah, pretty, like, I don't know, I didn't sleep well last night. It's kind of uncomfortable for some reason. So yeah, but, you know, not bothered at all back there. So, this morning, so I've eaten breakfast, had my coffee, all of that stuff. And now, I need to find a bathroom, because the bathrooms here are closed. So, I do have to run up to the gas station and grab some stuff. So I'm just going to use their bathroom. But, I figured, before I do all my errands and leave here, let's go on a little journey. So, right in front of me is the main path, and if we take a look, can't really see the shelter. I mean, you can see it, but if you're not really paying attention, it is kind of hidden. I wish there was like one more tree grouping of leaves right there. That'd be perfect. Anyway, let's go on a bike ride and explore and check out my new area. If I can get to by bike this other little cool spot. I thought it might be kind of cool to set up there one day. So yeah, let's kind of go for a ride. Hopefully I don't kill myself trying to film and do a bike ride. So here we go.
I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to blow. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving boulders. Now we ain't getting posterized, we out here making posters. And we ain't got nothing to hide, we move forward like soldiers. You better wake up for the pay stub, or you'll pay up. Don't make love to the game, bruh, fuck the game up. Change up, rearrange stuff to your greatness. Famous for the way up, play the game, bruh. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, I'm always flirting with pain, she like to hurt me and maim. I'm always working to change, but she's still lurking the same. I keep on building a dynasty while the haters be trying me. But they hate from inside, you see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't never say never. And turn your mind into the truest of go-getters. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always honest, there ain't no way I'm ever stopping. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Alright, so we're going to ditch the bike for a second and take a little walk down this path. Now, I saw this and thought it was kind of a juicy spot, a little bit off the beaten path. I was a little nervous that maybe somebody might have been living here already, but I didn't see any signs of it, so I just thought it was cool. So here, check it out.
Creeping up from the heathens, got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change.
So yeah, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of a nifty little spot. Figured I could set up on this little tree here, going across to that tree, so I'd have this whole little area. And the hammock will definitely fit. And yeah, just kind of chill, kind of secluded right here. There is a path, but it's off kind of the main path. I don't know really how many people would be coming through here. I thought it was kind of cool. I do know there's a lot of fish that run through here. I don't know about right now, but yeah, I don't know. Thought it was kind of a cool spot, kind of unique, different. So I think I am definitely going to set up there. Maybe next week on my days off. I don't know. Maybe try it for a day, see how the bug situation is. Privacy. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cool. But I apparently need some exercise because I am out of breath. I don't like it. But yeah, anyway, that's what I'm doing on my day off. What are you guys doing? Find an adventure, find a journey, get outdoors, buy a hammock. Good afternoon. Start over. Good evening. Whoa, if I could have edited that out. So yeah, anyway, it's about 6 p.m. Bored out of my mind. Ran a little bit of errands today and went on a little bike ride a couple times around this place. And then came back, and I've been chilling by the hammock. And by the hammock, I mean inside the hammock, because there are mosquitoes everywhere in this field. Everywhere, mosquitoes. And especially back where I'm at, because it's a shaded area. Now, even kind of going off in this sun, it's not really helping. They're just everywhere. I don't know if you can see them flying around, but this whole field, this whole forest is filled with mosquitoes. It's ridiculous. I keep putting the Picardin lotion on. Seems like it wears off after a few hours or whatever. But yeah, so anyway, I'm kind of bored. I've been sitting here watching YouTube videos. I'm just bored. There's nothing to do. So decided I would get out, and I just kind of started walking, and here's how this started. I'm laying in the hammock, and I hear these thuds, and I see something fall from the tree, little distance, in front of me. So I'm like, all right, what's falling, right? So I come out, and I come and look at this tree. Let's see if we can get a good angle. So I'm looking at this tree. I don't know if you can see these things, but there's apples in the tree. Let's see if I can jump and get this one. I don't know if I can. Kind of short. Oh, I missed. It looks like a good one though. Whew, that was crazy. I got a green apple. Then I look at the tree next to me, because I'm looking at the ground. Like, oh Jesus, I'm dropping everything. I'm looking all over the ground, and I see red apples. So I'm like, man. So I look up, and this tree has red apples all in it. Look at that. So I'm like standing here staring at apples. I grabbed one, I ate one. I ate a green apple. It's pretty good. A little sour, not very sweet. But anyway, then I see a mom and a son and this little rat-looking, chihuahua-looking dog. And the little dog came up to me, and the little boy says that there's a bee's nest in this tree over here. And, they're looking and whatever. I come over, and there is. It's gigantic. Now, I'm not going to get too close because I'm highly allergic to bees, and this thing is massive. So hopefully you guys can see. That is definitely a massive bee's nest. Massive. But if you look at the tree, there's a pear tree behind me. So I got green apples, red apples, and pears right behind me. Fruit. I have access to fresh fruit right from the tree. This has been here the whole time. Now, I do want to pick some pears. They're little, though. They're little, tiny pears. I really don't want to screw with this tree too much, though, because, like I said, I'm really allergic to bees. And I don't want to get stung. None of these pears look very good, though. I don't know when the right time to eat a pear is. Or pick a pear from a tree. But they all look really little. Not like big giant pears that you see in the stores. little pair. That might be decent. Oh shit. That was big. That felt like a bee hit my thumb. I mean, they're definitely flying around. I'm trying to not, like, disturb them. I cannot get stung. That would be a serious issue. But I am trying to get a couple of pairs. So, I don't know. Yeah, apples and pears. It's so exciting. Super, super exciting. Oh yeah, there's big giant bees swarming. They definitely don't like me by that tree. So, yeah, I don't know. That's really cool. I wonder how much other stuff is around here that I could eat. So, I think we're gonna have to do some more exploring. Really cool though. So, last couple days had off, and today's Thursday. Went back to work today. Pretty slow day, pretty boring, and just kind of exhausted. Just really bored. This week's been super, super boring. But yeah, so at the end of my shift, I went up and asked my boss how much he would charge me for like a little container about that high, that round of some diced up ham, just to get a different type of meat in my system. I'm gonna mix that in with my ramen along with the lemon pepper chicken. And he's like, oh, just, don't worry about it. So, got some ham for free. Guess that's my consolation prize. I also got a check. And this is the check that is owed to me. So I'm going to run this through with you guys. So basically, this was an estimation of hours, my overtime hours that I've worked in the last 9 months that I was never paid for. So basically, as you guys know, I would not get my time and a half. I would get $10 cash, and basically then there's $5 owed, right? So we kind of estimated on exactness for 3 months, and then that sounded weird. So we did an exactness for 3 months, and then we did an average for the next 6 of overtime. And I believe we did an average of 15 hours a week overtime. Sometimes it was more, sometimes it was a little less. So we did the average. So basically, that came out to 1,020 hours of overtime for 9 months worth of work. $15 an hour, and that came out to $15,300. I want you guys to do the math with me, so grab a calculator. So 1,020 hours of overtime at $15 an hour for the last 9 months. Now, what I'm guessing happened here is that they taxed me on the whole $15,300, as opposed to if this money was owed to me and paid on my paychecks, I'm sure I would have been taxed differently. So if anybody's an accountant or anybody's a lawyer, I really need you to follow along with this. 1,020 hours, $15 an hour, $15,300. My federal withholding was $1,500 even. My Social Security was $948.60. Medicare $221.85. And my Wisconsin withholding $368.47. totaling $3,038.92. My garnishment, so that's the state taking tax stuff, because I didn't file taxes last year, because I didn't have money because of my divorce. And then it's listed as a cash advance, which is the $10 that was paid, of $12,025 even. Child support took nothing from this, so totaling $12,261.08. Now if you do the math, that technically leaves me with 45 cents. And I put a check for $0. I know that's upside down, but the zeros all look the same no matter what. $0. All that overtime, and I was paid nothing for it. So I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. I'm not an accountant. But I would think if I worked, and I worked all this overtime, that there would be some money. I mean, essentially, it was several $100s a month additional money that would have been put on my paychecks, and taxed off that and whatever. I would think that there would be some money. I mean, you gotta figure, just in 3 months alone, working 80 hours a week, so 40 hours at $10 an hour, it's $400, and then 40 hours at $1,500 an hour, I think that's like $700, right? So, but I was not getting all of that. I'm just really confused how I have a $0 paycheck. I was really counting on this money. We had factored it out to, I thought it was more. I thought it was 1,080 hours that we had calculated, not 1,020. Could be wrong. But I thought it was like $4,200, and then minus the $1,800 that I owed my boss from the loan that I had to take because I didn't even make enough money, which brought it down to like $2,700. So out of $2,700, I would have thought at least a $1,500 check. But I have $0. Zero. Now, because I was getting paid all this money, I didn't get my $2 raise. I only got a $1 raise. I didn't really want to argue as much as I wanted to because I'm worth the extra $2. I didn't argue because there was a significant check that was coming. And we are nearing September. It's going to get cold. On average right now it's about 60 degrees at night. We've had some 50-degree nights. We've had some 45-degree nights. I've always stayed along the lakefront, so it's always been a little cooler, windier. I'm along the lakefront again today. in a familiar spot. I was going to go off the beaten path, but I'm just kind of tired of the mosquitoes. And I only have a little bit of bug stuff left. As of even right now, I'm getting eaten alive. So I have to hope that this paycheck coming up on Tuesday is enough money for me to resupply at Walmart and order the Airy 30 from Outdoor Vitals. Because I need that in order to help keep me warm. The cool thing about that, it's an underquilt, but it does actually go over the hammock as well, helping to insulate air and, keep me warm. So with that thing going under me, keeping my backside warm, but also the ability to have that thing go over me with my Sea to Summit fleece liner that I have, that would definitely keep me warm for a while. And it's a 0 degree, so it would buy me some time. My buddy and I kind of had a feeling that this was going to happen. There was going to be a situation where I would never see this money. And that's exactly what happened. And I'm running out of time. And still making dog shit money. I'll have to see if the raise kicked in for this pay period, if it's on the check on Tuesday, if it kicks in on the next pay period, if it was only a part of the pay period. But these checks are not enough, and that's a problem. And the realization is that I live in Wisconsin, and it gets cold in the wintertime. Last year, I believe the average was about 14 degrees. It did drop. We didn't see much snow. We saw a little bit. The year before that, we had a negative 40 degree winter. That was pretty bad. And the realization, I'm a cold sleeper to begin with, and, I get cold in this thing. So I'm trying to get the right stuff. The Ayamaya underquilt that I have right now has been helping, but it's stuffed with cotton. I need something that's stuffed with down, or like a synthetic version of down. I need a different backpack. There's a lot of things that I need in order to do this the right way and be able to live and survive this winter. And getting this $0 check, it really shows that I'm not valued at this job. I thought I was, with all of the things that I've done, the amount of money I've saved this person. The shitheads that work there that were stealing and just doing a lot of shit. I thought my value was worth something. And it's very clear that it isn't. And this is why I kept quitting. It's because of shit like this. And having this realization right now that I'm not going to have enough money to get the items that I need in order to survive really kind of, it just puts a massive downer on this entire situation. This is already stressful. This is already frustrating and difficult.
the element of being out here to begin with and not have a home. With the virus, I haven't seen my son, but even if I could see my son, I can't because I don't have a home. That's a big thing for me. You know, I haven't seen him since March. You know, I'm battling my PTSD and depression on a daily basis and trying to make the best of this and, you know, joking like, oh, I'm camping and, you know, trying to find all the good that's in this. And it's just, it's fucked. It's royally fucked. And then getting kicked out of my main spot where I have access to a bathroom and water, that's a problem. You know, now I have to carry water with me, which makes the bike heavier. You know, my front tire, you know, I'm like riding on the street and I'm hitting bumps or going up, you know, to the sidewalk and I'm bottoming out that front tire. I'm gonna end up popping that inner tube. I can't afford the $10 or $12, whatever it is, to get the other inner tube to fix the previous bike. I still have a tooth infection that is bothering me. I don't have money to even go to the hospital for them to write me a prescription to get medication, because I'm now out of the meds. Don't have money to fucking take care of myself out here. And there's a major realization that I could end up fucking dying. I know that sounds very gloom, and that's just very negative because we're not there yet, but that is a real fucking possibility. I could absolutely fucking die out here. I could get hypothermia, I could get fucking pneumonia. Like I didn't even want to film today, you know, and I kind of had it planned, you know, that I was going to film kind of the setup of the IMI underquilt because they had asked me to do that, and you know, I had everything set and ready, and then I got this check, and then I just didn't even want to do that. I really didn't even want to film today, right now. You know, I've been sitting here, I got everything set up slowly. I have hot water in my gallon jug. I brought that from work because I want to take a goddamn shower. And there's fucking people around. And places where I could be more secluded, there's goddamn mosquitoes. There's mosquitoes here, just not as many. And if I put my little bit of bug stuff on, I probably wouldn't be getting eaten right now. But there's people walking around. And I just want to fucking shower, and I can't. Now it's nighttime, so now the bugs are out. I have no money. I have $0. I need to turn my website back on. I need to pay my storage unit. I need to get into this workshop. I am so tired of getting fucking hounded by customers over a product. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be a situation where I'm gonna have to pick and choose shit again, and picking to make products so I don't get in trouble for not sending product out will put me in a position that I'm not gonna be able to get the gear that I need, which will fuck me up. If I make the decision to get the gear that I need, I put myself in a position to get in trouble because I can't get product out. It's a balancing act. But then I'm not in a position to leave this place and go to another place because of the other little benefit of my boss doing my laundry, having stuff shipped to his house, being able to bring my bike and my backpack in to work and store it downstairs. You know, currently having my fishing stuff and my bike and the cart, you know, already down there, taking up fucking space. Being able to fill up my pocket shower or a gallon jug of water. This is a problem. This is a serious problem. So, I don't know. I'm pretty down right now. Pretty absolutely depressed. My morale is just completely fucking shot. I really want to cry. I haven't fucking cried at all since I've been out here. And I want to. I want to absolutely just fucking break down, but I can't because I have to stay strong and keep pushing forward, and I'm just so fucking over it right now. This was just such a morale crush. I don't even want to go to fucking work tomorrow. Like, I just honestly just want to fucking disappear. I'm so tired of fucking bugs, mosquitoes, everything. I'm tired of all of it. I'm tired of setting this shit up. So I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. Just absolutely defeated and kind of hitting worried panic mode.